what is the teaching characteristics, teachers' characteristics, the methodology of teaching, and then like uh, learners' characteristics, factors that affect in teaching, and then teaching aids, type of teaching, and the combination of teaching for a particular scenario, and also classroom management of the teacher. And then some initiatives on school level, school level education, and also higher level education, mostly focused on higher level education, and also national education policy. From national education policy from 1967, 67, 86, and 2020 policies. So we will get questions that can be anything. So mostly we will get questions on anything like teacher, student, learner, then classroom management, and then initiative, and then national education policy. Okay, these kind of questions will be asked. So we cannot skip anything. So we have to uh, understand the basics. Then we can go. Then we can further get into the previous year questions. So we will get core idea on what can be the questions and how to answer those questions. So we all have studied at least once about teaching aptitude. It would be easier. So we can get some overview about teaching. Uh, so we can move further. So we can start with the concept of something like teaching is a noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual. If people remember me as a good teacher, that would be the biggest honor to me. The question, the answer given by our Abdul Kalam during a session with students when they asked how do you want to be remembered as a teacher or a scientist, something like that question. So Abdul Kalam gave this answer. He wanted to be remembered as a teacher instead of a scientist or a president of India. So, so teaching aptitude here is an essential tool for the assessment of the teacher. Teaching is the process of the flow of ideas, instructions, and knowledge from the teachers to students, and also that includes family as well. Teaching is not just done by teachers; it's also include family, society, family, and also society, environment. Those can also be a teacher. Like so, there are factors that are affecting teachers. Even if a student is good in his studies, uh, even if a student have a good teacher, but the environment that he lives in may affect his learning, may affect his character. So a student may be affected not just by a teaching environment, but also by social environment as well. So anything can be a teacher, anyone can be a teacher, but as a teacher, we have to shape the character of student by our teaching. So the concept of the teaching lies here is an activity that causes the child to learn and acquire the desired knowledge and skills, and also the desired ways of living in the society. Teaching is a process can be carried out formally or informally. Informal teaching takes place within the family, while the formal teaching takes place outside the family. Formal teaching should be carried out by experienced faculty, teachers, editors, and more. So, what are the characteristics of the teaching? Teaching takes place in dynamic environment. Teaching is an cognitive activity. It includes lengthy period of study and training. It has high degree of autonomy. It is a continuous profession. It's an art as well as science. It's closely related to education, learning, and training. It is a type of social service and has different levels of teaching. So, what are the factors that affect the teaching? In formal teaching, not informal teaching, educational qualification of the teachers. Yes, adequate skills are required for a teacher to carry his work efficiently. Experienced teachers better handle the students' queries and classroom management. The classroom environment should support the teaching and learning environment, and the teacher plays a vital role in handling this activity. So mostly it's all about teacher and classroom environment and then learners' characteristics. Methods of teaching, either teacher-centered or student-centered strategy. We have two types here: teacher-centered and then student-centered. Now we are moving towards student-centered teaching, like interactive teaching, inclusiveness of students during classrooms. So teachers, instead of teacher-centered, we can focus. We can get more involved of student-centered activity. Student-centered teaching is most preferable than teacher-centered activity. In teacher-centered activity, teachers following these strategies: lecture method, and then team teaching, which means that uh, more than one teachers or a group of teachers. Okay, they plan, and teachers, they uh, prepare their course, frame the syllabus, prepare the lesson plans, teach, guide, and evaluate the results of students. So it's a group of teachers cooperate with each other and then teaching the students. And then a TV or presentation strategy. Improved method, which involves video or audio presentation, can virtually bring the whole world inside the classroom. Screening of video presentation is followed by the discussion of a task is a preferable one, not a TV, a video presentation. Complete video presentation is not a good idea, but after a discussion, we can use uh, presentation as a complementary, as a supplementary tool to teach. And then mixed strategy, we can have a group discussion with the students, which increases thinking, learning, problem solving, and understanding of the concepts. And participants can present their unique point of view, listen to others' ideas, and then present their ideas in a better way to increase their knowledge, understanding, or interpretation of the matter of topic. Then a brainstorming session. It's a group activity which efforts are made to find a relevant conclusion or a solution for a particular problem for different ideas. And then a project method, and it is an advanced method of teaching in which students' point of view is given importance in the design of the curriculum and content of studies. And the method is based on the philosophy of pragmatism. Project method is based on the philosophy of pragmatism and the principle of learning by doing. Then student-centered strategy. It involves less amount of teaching and more amount of students strategy. Assignments, case studies, programmed instructions, which is actually a research-based system that helps the students to learn in a graded sequence of controlled steps. It is discovered by Sydney L. Press. Programmed instruction developed by Sydney L. Plessy, like NPTEL courses, online self-learning platform. Those are programmed instructions. Then computer assisted teaching, ICT. The computer is used to present the instructional material and monitor the learning that takes place. And also we can improve taking online quizzes more. We are using more computer nowadays. And then heuristic method discovered by Dr. H.E. Armstrong. An approach to problem solving, learning, discovery that employs a practical method but instead sufficient for reaching an immediate goal. And then teaching aids. What are the teaching aids here? Audio aids, visual aids. We are using chalk, like chalk piece, board, and many things. And audio aids, example radio, tape recorders, language laboratories, then visual aids, chalkboards, soft codes, maps, pictures, flashcards, maps, PowerPoint presentation, audio visual aids, both use of both sense, use of both sense of hearing and vision, like television, films, computers, flip, this is used uh, previously, flip film strips like PPT. Then we have different levels of teaching, like memory level, understanding level, and then reflective level. We have three levels of teaching: memory level, understanding level, and then reflective level. In memory level, is concerned with memory or the mental ability that exists in all living beings and considered as the lowest level of teaching. Memory or the mental ability of all the living beings. Herbert is the main proponent of this level. Memory level, Herbert. Memory level is Herbert is the main proponent. It includes the habit of root memorization of fact and bits of information. Muck-up. Yeah, muck-up. Basically, muck-up. Root memorization of facts and bits of information. Teaching learning process is basically stimulus and response. Message send. Sorry, message receiver. Like students actually a passive listener. Student is not involved completely. Here, the evaluation system mainly includes oral test, written test, and essay type examination. Memory level evaluation would be oral examination, written examination, and essay types of examination. Le- learners are passive. Learners are passive learners. They have no part in teaching learning methodology. And then remember, Herbert is the main proponent of this level. It it uh, it promotes root memorization, completely muck up. And then understanding level of teaching. Here, concerned with understanding something. That is to perceive the meaning, grasp the idea, and comprehend the meaning. Understanding level. Morrison is the main proponent of this level. Morrison is the main proponent of understanding level teaching. It just go beyond memorizing of facts, and it is memory plus insight. Just memory is under is just a memory is memory level teaching, and understanding level here is memory plus insight of the information given. The instructor and the learner both play the active role. Both play the active. The evaluation the evaluation system includes both objective and essay type examination. Objective and essay type examination. And then reflective level. The combination of both memory level teaching and understanding level teaching. The teacher thinks over the teaching practices, analyzing how to teach and how the learning processes can be changed or improved for better outcome. It is the highest level of teaching. Hunt is the main proponent of this level. Hunt is the main proponent of this level. The learners are motivated and are active. Students occupy the primary place and teacher assumes the secondary place. The evaluation includes essay type examination. Like in memory level, students are passive students are passive, only teacher is active. In understanding level, both teacher and the students are active. In reflective level, the students are more active, which means the students in the first place and then teacher in the second place. Okay. Then important concepts related to teaching is education. It's a process through which a learner has facilitated learning and acquired knowledge, belief, habits, values, and skills is said to be education. It includes teaching, training, discussion, and storytelling. Instruction is the main part of the teaching. It includes the delivery of contents by an instructor. And then learning involves both activities, and experience. Can be defined as a relative change in the behavior of an individual as a result of experience or that. Training is completely different from education and teaching. The process of developing oneself any skills and knowledge that related to specific useful competence. Okay, so it's all about equip oneself with specific skill instead of teaching is shaping the character of student. Training is just to improve the skill, a specific skill of a student. That's the difference. Teaching includes training, but teaching is beyond training. Then the syllabus, an academic document that used to communicate course information and define responsibilities and expectation is said to be set to the syllabus. It helps the supervisor or controls the course quality. It may be descriptive. Then curriculum refers to lesson, academic content taught in the school or in a specific course or a program. And then indoctrination, the process of repeating an idea or belief to someone until they accept it without any criticism or a question. In indoctrination, the beliefs and ideas are impressed upon others and can be included in teaching, like religious, like this is completely religious matters like that. Then effective ways. What are the effective ways to teach? Like we can start from simple to complex, like that, abstract to concrete ideas. So teachers should start with simple ideas and move towards exploring complex things. From explaining known facts to unknown concepts. Then concrete facts to abstract ideas. And then about a teacher should impart knowledge about the present, and then they can understand the past and the future best. To teach from particular to general laws and its derivatives. Psychological need of the student is first, and then move towards the explaining concepts in the logical way. And then we have to divide the topics into parts and make students understand better. Which you can see that can like from small things we can go to get into the bigger picture. And then teachers should help help students to transform the knowledge that is not clear into clear, to clarify the doubts of students. Better understanding and clarify the students about a given topic. The teacher should divide the problem into constituent parts, and move towards connecting those parts. Synthesis. So analysis to synthesis. The teacher should always encourage students to self-study. Principles of teaching: interest, motivation, revision, individual differences, activity, definite aim, division, democratic learning, recreation. Those are principles of teaching. Methods of teaching and learning. What are the methods? We can see, we can have telling method like lectures, discussion, storytelling. Project method, the students are given project, so they can use, they can have problem methods, textbook method. Then visual method, the use of audio and visual aids. And then mental method covers the cognitive aspects of the subject matter. Inductive, deductive, analysis, synthesis methods are included in this method. What are the strategies for the teaching? Autocratic teaching strategy and democratic teaching strategy. We have two methods: autocratic teaching strategy and democratic teaching strategy. In autocratic, teachers hold full control. Okay, teacher hold full control over teaching, and students are not allowed to act freely. In autocratic, the teacher is in control, students are passive listeners. In first one, storytelling method, and then lecture method, demonstration method, tutorial method. These are autocratic teaching strategy. Then democratic strategy. So here both the teacher and the students have an interaction here. Discussion method, heuristic method, like self-study, self-learning through investigation and research. Heuristic means research. And then discovery method, project method, role-playing method, brainstorm. Those are democratic learning strategies, democratic teaching strategy. So if the teacher is in full control, students is not part of the teaching or learning, then it is autocratic, like traditional teaching methods. And then democratic, which involves both teacher and the students, mostly students. Then methods here. What are the methods can be used in teaching? Like large group teaching method includes lectures, team teaching, TV or video presentation. Small group teaching methods, group discussion, seminar, panel discussion, brainstorming, project method, and tutorials, simulation and demonstration. Individualized teaching method, the one can teach himself or one can learn himself. Like tutorials, assignments, project work, case study, programmed instructions, computer assisted learning, interactive video, open learning, personalized system of instruction, and heuristic method, research by doing research. So these are the type of teaching methods. In large group methods, we have to cover the large audience, large set of audience. Then it gives the flexibility of adapting the lecture according to the time and equipment available. Here, students become passive learners to the teacher and has to make extra way to make it two-way communication. It is not suitable for developing mental skills. Then team teaching method, we have group of teachers that involved in planning, executing, and evaluating the learning experience of group of students. In this, best faculty is shared by more students, but finding teachers with special competencies is a difficult task. More teachers are required, so more time is required for planning and scheduling. In TV or video presentation, uh, it 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 virtually bring the whole world inside the classroom. It can be further enhanced by teaching aids such as slides, models, specimens, and more. In small group discussion, we have a group discussion. It can be planned, partly planned, or unplanned. And then it enhances one's verbal and non-verbal skills. Dominance of few individuals on the basis of better communication is a possibility. We are facing every day this situation. In every group discussion, at least someone would bring a topic that we never let anyone speak, like that situation. Biasness in the evaluation of the trainees by instructor based on their frame of window, based on their experience, which is possible. Then seminar, uh, main stage in the seminar for preparation of paper, presentation of paper, and discussion on it. We already knew this, but it is time consuming and can stress participants. Panel discussion, it consists of small group of 6 to 8 persons. It can be guided or informal. If there is someone anchor, then that it is guided. The leader must select those panel members only who can think and speak freely. It is more interesting to audience than a single speaker. But bringing expert to a single platform can be difficult. Audience participation here is none. The brainstorming session, on a given topic, large number of ideas are produced quickly by a group. Quantity of ideas is more important than quality. Best ideas are selected after evaluation, but there is a possibility of some trainees being reluctant to participate. Project methods, either individual or small group. Students can explore and experience their environment. Emphasis is on experiential learning rather than rote learning and memorization. Students will develop critical thinking and working on teams, but additional resources and continuous monitoring may be required, like guides for each projects and review of the projects. Those are needed. Role playing is used to help solve classroom interpersonal problems and to teach human retention skills in the classroom. It mostly works in arts. In this dramatization of literacy work, historical work, and current events take place to facilitate subject matter learning. Simulation, a training method provided under created solution which are similar to actual conditions. For example, training of astronauts for Gangayaan mission. There is a mission. Demonstration method. In this, things are learned by doing and learners from concrete to abstract concepts. It is defined as a combination of verbal explanation coupled with live display of using apparatus for presenting important fact, idea, or process. It entails audio visual explanation. Individual teaching method includes tutorials. This method is used to teach all small group students. Here, students are guided as per their needs, learning, comprehending concepts. Teaching is controlled at better place, but it can be time consuming because pace of the students vary gradually in ability. Okay, so like in between courses we have 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 16 weeks. So if I can able to complete the course in 4 weeks, I can able to take it like that. So it will be vary based on the student's ability. Then assignments, teacher guides the students regarding references for collecting relevant information. The main purpose of assignment for students is acquiring additional information, surveying, application of knowledge, and solving numerical problems. It helps students to work independently. Main disadvantage is copying by the students of other material. By if one student completed, all students assignments will be the same. Or nowadays they are using ChatGPT. Then case study. It requires participation and involvement from the students in the classroom. It is description of an actual situation, commonly involving a decision, a challenge, an opportunity, or a problem, or an issue faced by a person in a social setup such as an organization. It is a learner-centered rather than teacher-centered method. It enhances decision-making and problem-solving skill. It is not useful for all the subject and situation. Yes. And then program instructions. It is a structured system of learning based on logical sequence. The learner gets immediate feedback between each step. The method ensures active participation of the learner, and it can be used for any subject. But learner motivation gets diminished after some time. When I started studying, I used to watch IIT Madras YouTube videos. It would be like 50 minutes for each topic. And then personalized system of instruction. It can be used for all subject matters except where the students are selected. It consists of 5 stages: planning, master planning, self-pacing, stress on written materials, proctors, lectures, facilitates self-paced learning. But it is not suitable for rapidly changing course content. Personalized system instruction. You know about computer assisted learning, then open learning. In this, regular classes are not necessary. Learner must have open access to learning resources of people, material, equipment, and accommodation. It offers flexibility to learner, but this method is not suitable for rapidly changing nature of content as this involves time, expertise, and research. Uh, UGC proposes a new idea about anyone, any student can choose any stream. Even if a student doesn't study mathematics, he can choose engineering. They are focusing on multiple entry exit uh, op options is given, and then students can be admitted twice a year. Twice a year. UGC have given ideas, and it is about maybe it will come like. And then interactive video to achieve cognitive, psychometric, and affective learning objectives. Learner can access any piece of information randomly and provide immediate feedback regarding the consequence of the action. It enhances the decision-making power of individual, but it is time-consuming and requires resources and expertise. Heuristic method, research one, advocated by Professor Armstrong. Student has to find answers of their problem by unaided effort. It is based on self-learning approach, but there is no focus on factual knowledge. Then differentiated instruction, dynamic, proactive method of teaching. In this, teacher employs innovative and variety of ways to teach. Qualitative aspects matter more than quantitative. It is a student-centered lessons are engaging, relevant, interesting, and active. It is a combination of whole group, small group, and individual instructor method. So these are the methods of teaching. And then evaluation. Here we have many types of evaluation. So its evaluation is much needed one. Characteristics of evaluation. Uh, it helps identifying the weak areas of students. Teacher can change teaching method accordingly to the need of students after evaluation. It is carried out in a planned and systematic way throughout the academic period. It is a continuous process where the evaluation of students takes place continuously. It is comprehensive and holistic process where all around personality of the student is evaluated. Diverse evaluating methods are used for testing the students. Personal bias of the teacher should not be there in evaluating a student. It should be objective as possible. It makes students work hard. It helps in revision of curriculum in short period of time. Students' growth take place after identifying weak areas. Teacher give feedback to students to improve their weak areas. Parents are given the progress report. Certification and awards are presented on the basis of evaluation. Job placement takes place on the basis of evaluation. So, what are the techniques of evaluation? Either quantitative or qualitative. In quantitative, just such as marks. In this examination based on pen and paper take place, written examination is supplemented with oral examination to test communication skills, reading abilities, and pronunciation. To test experimental learning practical, examination is okay. To test experimental learning, practical examination is qualitative. It is about changing the character. Okay. Students are observed and interviewed to identify their behavior and recording. To identify problem of students, checklist technique is used. It is an instrument that is used for collecting and recording evidence regarding significant behavior of the student. We have types of evaluation. First one, placement evaluation. Entrance examination is conducted to identify if the student is suitable for the course. This process is used to check the aptitude of candidate before beginning the course. It checks the prerequisite knowledge of candidate. This technique of evaluation is conducted before the beginning of the course. Like the course we are conducting every year before college begins, we conduct bridge course. We conduct bridge course. That is one, and then we can conduct an assessment uh, to find out slow learners, medium learners, and uh, fast learners, which is actually a psychometric test. The psychometric test. There's a set of questions were given. Sorry, we conduct a psychometric test for students, which involves the test which involves basics about psychometric test will be conducted, which involves this basics about the courses. If he is a computer science student, we will check his aptitude, and then we can have English level questions, and then we can have like his ability to think, make the score things. So based on the marks, 10th plus 2, and then psychometric test marks, and then communication level of English. Like we can made it like uh, one to on the scale of 1 to 3, we can scale the students of their communication. Uh, then we can find about the actual level of students and they categorize them into slow learners, medium learners, and then fast learners. So if he is a slow learner, we have to conduct remedial classes to make him improve into medium learner. If he is a medium learner, then he have to participate in activities like seminar, workshop. And if he is a fast learner, he is more focused on self-learning projects like that. So placement evaluation mostly happens before the beginning of the courses to understand the level of knowledge that he possesses. Then formative, the daily test like that. Formative in the form of evaluation take place while the program is running. Before the course, before the course actually starts, we conduct placement evaluation, and then during the course we conduct formative evaluation. This can be in the form of class test, quiz, pre-board examination, chapter test, monthly test, much more. This form of evaluation provides teachers feedback regarding the effectiveness of the teaching. It reinforces learning among students. This is also called internal evaluation. Internal evaluation. Formative evaluation, also known as internal evaluation. Then diagnostic evaluation. Formative evaluation identifies the problem. Okay, this one, formative evaluation identifies the problem, whereas diagnostic identifies the causes of such problems. Okay, it is much more comprehensive than formative evaluation. This form of evaluation takes place during the course. We have to find the root cause of the problem. Then summative evaluation takes place at the end of the course. This evaluation judges the effectiveness of the course. This is graded in the form of final exams, board exams. Degree or certification is awarded at the end of summative exam. Teacher's task of teaching gets complete with summative evaluation. Then CBCS, choice-based credit system. We have added more notes on this. The UGC has initiated several measures to bring equity, efficiency, and excellence in this higher education of country. Choice-based credit system provides choice for students to select from prescribed course, core course, elective courses like soft skill courses, and then core course which involves it's a compulsory course as the core requirement to complete the course. You can have core course like if he is a computer science student, he must study a programming language. He must learn about operating system. He must learn about database. He must know about artificial intelligence like that. So that is core course. Elective course, it's a supportive to the discipline he is studying. Elective course is a supportive to the discipline he is studying. So if he is a computer student, science student, he is going to, the more focus is programming and basic understanding of the concept. So we can have elective course such as uh, HTML for web development, and then mathematics courses. Those are elective courses. And then foundation course based upon the content that leads to knowledge enhancement. We have value education courses, general awareness courses, yoga. Those are foundation courses. Advantages of choice-based credit system. Options are available to students to choose inter or multidisciplinary courses. Inter or multidisciplinary courses. Teacher guides students on the basis of their IQ level of individual students. A teacher helps students to select courses. It promotes group work, research, and community involvement. It gives prospects to the learner to earn certification through a walk-in or walk-out. Greater flexibility is provided to students in choice of courses. Students can choose courses at basic or advanced level. It helps students to acquire job-oriented skills. Students make progresses in their own speed. It helps highly motivated students to gain extra credits. Now, the national education policy and then the new initiatives given by is taken by government is based on choice-based credit system. Like I seen that I read the article from there. I found out that students can join anywhere at a time in both the semester. Yeah, he can study any stream he wants. He can choose any stream he wants. He can leave uh, the course and then he can join another course. Like the flexibility is given, more flexibility is given. I don't know whether it is good or bad, but the government taking that initiative. So this is first one. These are the basics on the teaching, learning characteristics, and then methodologies, and then evaluation. So we can move forward to teaching supporting system. Teaching supporting system. Here we have tools to support the system, whether it is traditional, modern, and IT based tools that supporting teaching. So, in traditional education, also known as back to basics, conventional education or customary education refers to long established custom that society traditionally used in schools, which is chalk and talk method. The method. This old-fashioned way of teaching was all about recitation and memorization, rote memorization technique. The traditional role of teaching focus on teacher as organizers of the learning activity. Providers of information and experts knowledge here is teacher, fully, completely reliable on teacher. Instruction based on textbook, lectures, and individual written assignments given. The main objective of traditional teaching is to pass the examination. Okay, that's it. Merits and demerits of the traditional teaching methods. Uh, the method of teaching that are still being adhered in the schools, it has more interaction between the teacher and the student. Traditional teaching system helps to build the discipline in the classroom. Lack of collaboration and group learning is a disadvantage here. More emphasis is on examination and results rather than understanding of concepts. Tools used here is either blackboard, textbook, charts, image, posters, maps, globes, atlas maps, flashcard, flipcard, science lab apparatus, models, workbook, drawing books, dictionary, encyclopedias, Vedic math tools, puzzle books, general knowledge books. Modern and ICT based teaching methods. Information and communication technology in education is the mode of education that use information and communication technology to support, enhance, and optimize the delivery of the information. The mobile learning as a form of e-learning is a rising trend where the education has outgrown the physical constraints of the classroom and acquire mobility. Students access information whenever and wherever they want, and instructions that provide such advanced technological terrain is rising number of day by day. It uses computers or laptops or technology-driven classroom, smart interactive boards with help of PowerPoint presentation and interactive videos, uses of microphones for delivering the lecture in the classroom, emphasis on understanding the concepts, activity-based learning and learning labs, digitalization in teaching, learning assessment, and feedback improves the learning process, and it also helps integrative and social responsibility and civic environment. We have key teaching methodologies. Flipped classroom. Here, flipped classroom. In flipped classroom, we have to start with uh, you know, we have to discuss about what we have learned in the last session, and then question session about what content delivered in the last session, and then prerequisites. We have to check the knowledge, prerequisites knowledge of the content we are going to deliver, and then we can teach. After teaching, we can use a quiz method. After the quiz method, we have to analyze the results. So in the during teaching, we can use supplement methods, video, audio tools. After assessment, we will get the feedback from the students. Based on the feedback, we have to prepare the next class. So this is flipped class. It allows students to go beyond their normal boundaries and explore the lesson before teacher describes them in class. Design thinking and creative ideas involves real-life case to increase curiosity, analytical skills, and creativity. Mind maps, use of self-learning tools, gamification, learning through the play using quiz and find ideas, free online learning tools, virtual reality tools, virtual labs, open educational resources, learning and management system, massive learning and learning management system. Here we have uh, many softwares which is available nowadays. We can take attendance, we can upload the materials. Classroom is a learning management system. Our classroom, here, this is the learning management system. You can have this here assignments, quiz assignments, question. I can reuse the post. I can also grade. I can have this is the ALMs, learning management system, actual learning management system. And then massive open online courses are also available, like NPTEL courses, Eduate. There are many portals available. And then merits and demerits of modern ICT-based teaching methods include merits, interactivity and collaborative learning process with more interest among the students with the help of interesting group activity. Lots of visual recording and online content help the students to understand the subject matter and also help students to memorize the concept for longer time. Modern teaching methods, teacher can cover more syllabus in lesser time. Modern teaching methods can adversely affect the eyes of the students because use of ICT. Less integration with the teacher is a disadvantage. Then we have tools. What are the tools can be used in ICT-based system? ICT-based devices such as laptop, pad, electronic notebooks, e-readers, educational games, or online puzzles and quizzes, audio, visual teaching aids, flash educational games, CD or DVD, projectors, interactive whiteboards, various electronic devices to support game, virtual reality, and learning management system. Those are the teaching tools used in ICT-based support system. Okay. What we have next? Teaching aptitude. Factors affecting teaching includes like yes, we already seen educational qualification of a teacher, skill of a teacher to handle the class, classroom management, experience of the teacher, subject matter. Those are the factors affecting the teaching of a teacher. And then for learner, as environment and other factors, support materials, instructional facilities, learning environment such as classroom environment, socio-economic factor of both the teacher and the students, expectations of teacher and both the students, and then institution, like I don't want to see like each institution has their own programmed way of handling things. Like maybe it is good or maybe it is bad. It's based on the institution. NCERT in its publication of core teaching skills has laid stress on the following teaching skills. Writing instructional objectives, organizing for the teacher, how teaching should happen. Okay. Writing instructional objectives, organizing the content, creating set for introducing the lessons, introducing a lesson, structuring classroom questions, question delivery and its distribution, response management, explaining, illustrating with the examples, using teaching aids, stimulus variation, pacing of the lesson, promoting pupil interaction, use of blackboard, achieving closure of the lesson, giving assignments, evaluating the pupil's progress, diagnosing pupils' learning ability and take remedial measures, management of the class. Those are the core teaching skills prescribed by NCERT in 1982. Then micro teaching, the product of research at Stanford University. It is first adopted in 1961 by Dwight W. Allen. Dwight W. Allen. It implies micro element that systematically attempts to simplify the complexity of teaching. Teaching is a complex process. It cannot be mastered in rigid and general settings. So it is analyzed into well-defined components that can be practiced, taught, and evaluated. Micro teaching concentrates on specific teaching behaviors and provides opportunity for practicing teaching under controlled conditions. So, through micro teaching, the behavior of the teacher and the pupil is modified, and the teaching learning process is more effective by skill training. Then CBCS we already seen, but I need to add more things here about CBCS. Core, elective, generic elective, project, ability enhancement courses, skill enhancement courses, foundation courses, either compulsory foundation and elective foundation courses. UGC have given guidelines to get a degree for BA, BCom honors, BSc honors, 5 years courses, 5 years courses. And then BA, BCom, and BSc, the candidate must have minimum technical qualification. Semester system is followed on choice-based credit system. 2 semesters are conducted in a year where a student's performance is evaluated and grading are done. Various methods are followed for evaluation based on the suitability of the course, which is approved by various legislative bodies. UGC recommends letter grades and grade point system. Letter grades and grade point system instead of marks. Letter grades and grade point system to be applied in the grades and the CBCS system. Here you can see basis on the colleges. Here UGC recommends 10-point grading system with the following grades here, which is if it is 0 absent, 0 fail, 4 40%, 4 40% pass, 5% average, 6 above average, 7 B plus good, 8 A very good, 9 A plus excellent, 10 O outstanding. Instead of marks, they are giving grades in letters and or points. Okay. Any doubts on teaching aptitude? Any doubts on teaching aptitude?
No, sir.
So tomorrow we'll have another. I have shared mock test of today. Please complete today. Tomorrow we can have another mock test. We will review and we will check the answers later. Okay. Thank you all. Kindly use paper 2